What happened yesterday, the killing of Charlie Kirk, is terrorism. Essentially is assassinated for his ideas, for challenging people.
People that supported Charlie Kirk feel like, oh, he's gone too soon, he wasn't done. Like, other people may feel the need to echo him or carry on the rhetoric he was pushing, and I don't think that's beneficial at all.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me. We're going to be taking a look at a lecture from Sam Richards' class at Penn State University. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you will be familiar with Sam Richards. This was filmed in his classroom the day after Charlie Kirk got assassinated. I'm going to play you a little intro here for some context, and then we're going to jump into him talking with these brainwashed students. I'm going to warn you, some of this is painful to watch.
And Charlie Kirk has spoken in this room a couple of times. And he is for those who don't know, he started university when he was 18, like many of you, most of you. And you know, he really wanted to be involved and be active. And when he got to the university, and I met Charlie Kirk when he was here the first time, he decided that he started taking classes, and he sat in on some of these big lecture classes, and, you know, where you take notes. They put PowerPoint slides up, and, you know, you write notes down, and then a few weeks later, you take an exam and you see if you can memorize everything that was on those PowerPoint slides. And then as soon as you take the exam, you forget it all because it doesn't matter to your life and it's irrelevant. And he started doing that, and he said, this is not for me. I actually want to do something. I want to be active. I want to be involved. I want to get young. I want to get people like me really active in changing the world. And so he dropped out. And he had the courage to drop out, right? Which, you know, a lot of folks probably get to that same place, but they don't do that. But he did. And, you know, he's quite talented from a really young age. He was, you know, quite a talented, you know, speaker, and developed a kind of a sense of confidence, and, you know, chose his ideas that were important to him. You know, we all have certain, well, not, we don't all, a lot of us are just kind of floating through the world, and we haven't really found ourselves yet, but he had certain ideas that were important, and then over the years, you know, those ideas, you know, shifted in different directions, but, you know, I listened to him a lot, and, you know, you can, one thing I want to say that's very important, you know, we have, I don't know, like 1,200 hours of video up from Social 119. And in 1,200 hours, if you scroll through 1,200 hours of video, you can find something that you can find a lot of things that you like, and you can find a lot of things that you don't like. And then you can, you know, form your opinion, whichever way you want to go. Like, I like this guy, or I like this class, or this is a good class, this is valuable, etc. Or I don't. And this is stupid, and this guy's a, you know, whatever, a knucklehead, or he's bad for young people, or whatever the case is. And, you know, or, you know, Social 119 is really important, and more students should take it, or Social 119 should be shut down. You can scroll through those, you know, 1,000+ hours of video and find whatever you want to find to make your point, right? Well, the same with somebody like him. Same with anybody like that. He's very, I would listen to him often and be like, listen to him debating someone, I'd be like, okay, that's a good point. That's a cool point. Okay, that's good. Okay, I don't like that. That's like, yeah. Oh, that's cool. No, that's not cool. I don't like that. And that's how life is. And that's how life should be. And if you're really engaged, that's how it should be. You can't, you know, if you listen to someone or find somebody out there in the world who you agree with on everything, then you probably can assume that you have some degree of schizophrenia or psychosis because you're listening to yourself. Because there's nobody anywhere that you agree with 100% of the time. That's the nature of it, right? So, people with me, sometimes they take a little tiny clip out of 8 seconds, and they're like, oh, this guy is a lunatic, right? And I'm like, well, you didn't get the 8 seconds before, and you didn't get the 8 seconds after. You got that 8 seconds. Well, that happens a lot, and I'm watching that now on Reddit and on Twitter and on different things, So I want to caution you all, caution everybody to be careful about doing this to anyone, okay? In any case, he kind of essentially is a and whoa. Man, I've received death threats, okay? So this is serious. Like, we're in this space, here we are, okay? So, when Charlie came to Penn State, people would say, oh, this guy, oh, God, either they love him or they're gonna go try to protest. And I'm like, what are you gonna protest? What are you protesting? Ideas? Like, what are you actually protesting? Come on, man. Instead of protesting, what you do is go and debate him, right? Go debate him. But, a lot of people don't want to do that because they're going to look silly because he became a really smart guy. And you can say, well, he can't be very smart. Some of you maybe, you can't be very smart because I disliked his ideas. Well, you can dislike ideas, but debate. That's what we're doing at a university. This is it. This is it, man. We're trying to be smarter. We're trying to just be better and smarter than what we were when we started. And so the news of his death yesterday really, it led me to, can you go backwards one, Nish? What happens next? Okay, now what? Where are we going? Okay, so go ahead, go forward, and then go one more. And it led me here. Violence or the threat of violence against civilians to achieve some political goal. What happened yesterday, the killing of Charlie Kirk, is terrorism.
Now we're going to take a look at him talking with the students, and you will see that he tries to open up their mind and think about this and what this could mean and how bad this is, that they can't get past their MSNBC talking points.
He's a really, really nice guy. Same with Charlie. Very congenial, very friendly. I quite enjoyed him, actually. So I think I said debate only because Charlie's so into the debate thing, and that's what he was doing when he was killed. He was there at this university in Utah, and to have a debate. So anyway, Jamie, that's why I said that. But in truth for me, it's about having a conversation. Okay, yeah. How about somebody else? Like, what are you most afraid might happen?
I think with the combination of possible retaliation and the lack of gun laws, wouldn't gun laws be better if there is a fear of retaliation from the left?
Yeah.
I think the problem with taking away or putting any gun laws into play is you're going to create a black market for guns. There's already a black market. There's already ghost guns, and it's just going to be just like weed, just like cocaine, just like anything else that gets on the street.
All right. Okay. So hang on. I want you to go back. What is it? Layla. Okay. Layla, go back to. So you made that point, but go back to the main question. What are you most afraid of?
I think I'm most afraid that America won't utilize Charlie Kirk's death in the correct way, and nothing will really be gained from it, and it'll take too long to put the pieces together of significance, meaning like, what was he talking about when he died? Who killed him? Was it a civilian or was it planned? Was it, the date, the location, things like that? It's going to take a little bit too long to dive into those things, which prolong the process of gun control and things like that.
So we don't learn from it. What would you like us to learn?
gun control is necessary. I think that's a point that needs to be pushed, but there are...
Okay, go beyond guns. Set aside the guns, because he could have been killed in any other way. Okay.
He's trying to make them see that this is deeper than guns. Forget how he died. The fact that he was killed for his ideas is the dangerous part.
Okay. What do we need to learn? You know, think about what I was saying. I want to go beyond that. We're beyond guns right now, y'all. Right? Like we are from what I'm seeing here. This thing could go south. Okay. You know what I mean by that? Going south. Okay. It could really spiral. Thinking about it spiraling, and so what are you afraid of? Like spiraling. Do you think about that? Maybe you don't think about it.
Think about
things spiraling and getting out of control.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
I think it's natural with any major thing, especially Charlie Kirk. He represented so much. He said so much all the time. So his death means a lot to a lot of people in a lot of different ways, but I'm not sure really what I'm afraid of other than the meaning of it and the symbolism behind his death. I think another fear is maybe someone taking it upon themselves to handle his unfinished business, because I'm sure a lot of people that supported Charlie Kirk feel like, oh, he's gone too soon, he wasn't done, like the things he was pushing, he was making change. Other people may feel the need to echo him or carry on the rhetoric he was pushing, and I don't think that's beneficial at all.
Okay.
What an astonishing argument. I'm worried that the assassination of Charlie Kirk won't have the intended effect of silencing his ideas forever. She's more afraid of someone talking like him than she is about somebody being killed for their speech and their ideas.
So for you, actually, so you're someone who, for the most part, there are many things that Charlie said that you would agree with.
That I would agree with?
For sure.
No.
Well, listen to
I don't actually think Sam has any idea how many radicals he's speaking to in this class.
what I said earlier. He said the guy was talking every single day, just like me. I have thousands hours of video. He has probably 100,000 hours of video. There are things that he said that I will guarantee you would say, oh yeah, a lot of things that he said that you'd be like, yeah, that's actually a really good point, and that's a smart point, and that's good, that's bad,
Oh, I'm sure, but with the context and with just everything altogether, Charlie Kirk as a whole, I know I do not agree with. He could say and have, some clear points that are factually true or statistically true or morally true in rare cases, but that doesn't mean I agree with him and everything that he did.
He can say something that's factually true, statistically true, and morally true, but that doesn't mean I agree with him. Yeah, we got that.
Wouldn't even say I agree with
It's
him.
not everything. It's some things, right? And so
Sure.
And so that's just kind of like me. It's like anyone. And there's nothing that if you decided, hey, I'm going to pick up and do what Charlie Kirk did, or any of us in the classroom, right? And you would think, yeah, I got these really good ideas, and I'm going to push them forward. Immediately, you just start saying things that, you think are really thoughtful and smart. And then, half the people are like, oh, this person's a jerk, like whatever. And so I get what you're saying. Like, you have your own kind of personal vision of the world, and, but you also understand that, right? Okay. All right, that's fair.
Here's one student that actually sees that Sam's asking the questions, the deeper questions, and they can't seem to want to answer them. They just go gun control, gun control, gun control.
Something. Do you have a question or a comment?
It was a comment.
All right. What's your name again?
Raul.
Raul. Okay.
Yeah. It's just my biggest fear is exactly what we're seeing in the beginning of this class, which is we've been asking questions, and yours have been very direct about like terrorism and death, and everyone's answers have always been like, oh yeah, but maybe my worry is who's going to fill his gap, or who is going to keep his rhetoric going, or is his rhetoric going to get stronger? Is he going to be like, for me, the biggest fear is very obvious, and it's like you said, in other countries, there's the culture of someone comes in a motorcycle and steals your bag. We, in the internet, and I see it with my friends this morning in the group chat and everywhere in the internet, people are like, yay, maybe he was a little out of line, but we got him killed, and that's better. There's now a gap, like, haha, look at this video where he said killing was worth it. Good thing he died. Like, you're joining him. You're being a person that says, yes, we should kill people. Yeah, I am on his team. If I don't agree with you, you should be dead. Like, we should not create a culture here where we celebrate someone's death and where saying, oh, because I didn't agree with him, we should kill him. And even though it's joking and celebrating, you see it on the internet, and that creates small groups that encourage each other online, which creates shooters.
Bro, so here's the thing. If you can go there to say, like, oh, yay, let's celebrate this somehow, then Jack right here, who supports the Constitution and the Second Amendment, naturally, then, well, we can attack him too. Well, let's go to him. We went to Charlie, we'll go here, we'll go there, well, let's go to Jack.
Well, I'm sure that Jack, as a person who supports guns, supports gun responsibility and supports the awareness of what a life is.
Yeah, but that wouldn't matter, because it doesn't matter. It's like, let's attack him anyway, just because he supports guns. So,
yeah,
like, okay.
And I am pro attacking Jack all day long if I felt like it, but not shooting him.
No, I got you. No, I got you. No, but this is what I'm afraid of, right? I'm afraid that you can attack this person, well, let's attack that person and this person. And then you can attack me for even asking these questions at all.
Yeah, Sam's trying hard here, but it's completely lost on them that it's not about Charlie Kirk's message or my message or somebody on the left's message. It's about people shouldn't get assassinated for their ideas and for dialogue. We should be championing open dialogue and discussion. This is how the best ideas rise to the top.
I was going to say, I think I maybe have a proposal, like a concept of why there may be more division. I think, how do I explain this? Two wrongs don't make a right, and Charlie was very aggressive with his views. He was at least I think a lot of the things that I've seen in a lot of the media I ingested from him was...
Charlie was very aggressive with his views. One, if you've ever seen Charlie Kirk's debates, he had the patience of a saint. And number two, he never shot anybody for their ideas, you tone-deaf retard.
He was at least I think a lot of the things that I've seen in a lot of the media I ingested from him was anti-college, yet his main source of debate was college campuses. That's a little bit...
Well, yeah, but okay, hang on. Yes,
No,
he
yeah, you're
was
fine.
right. He was a provocateur, so to speak. But that was his job. You know what I mean?
Sure, but was his job based, it was rooted in his beliefs, was it not?
Well,
He brought up his family and children a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, listen. I heard him say so many things that were like kind of all over the place. Like with me, for example, that there's a point at which, to be honest with him, I think he got so good at what he was doing that he could take so many different sides and argue things. And when you do that, like for me, one of the reasons I don't talk in here, that I like having you all talk, is because I like to hear what you have to say, right? And so there is a way in which that his provocateur thing was his work. And by the way, if I had to take classes over again, I don't know what I would do. I would drop out of college immediately because I just would. So he provided a great service in the college environment. So it's like, yeah, get out and do that. All right, hang on. How did Charlie Kirk's debate style of prove me wrong actually serve to further discourse and knowledge and community?
His whole thing was prove me wrong, and I think that's the basis of debate. But I find the issue is, and I think the reason why he rubbed so many people the wrong way was that he acted almost as if he never really had the intention to be proved wrong. You can say as much like, oh, I'm really open-minded and I want to have my opinion changed. If you give me the right statistics, you give me the right emotional basis, you use the Constitution, use these things to actually prove me wrong, I will change my opinion.
So you felt as though it wasn't really genuine. So I try, for example, for me, yeah, that's really important. So you felt all along like, yeah, it's not really genuine, you know. And I feel like Charlie, as somebody who's been around a long time, I will guarantee that he changed a lot of his ideas as a result of a lot of these debates.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I just would like to know in what ways he showed that he was changing his mind, or maybe he showed some progression in his thinking.
When she says this about Charlie Kirk, that he had no progression in his thinking, when you say that, you're assuming that you have the proper way of thinking.
'Cause she made a very good point. It was
yeah.
prove me wrong, but it was never for the benefit. Like being able to look at someone with an opposing opinion and say, I take no offense, it's not hating on me, it's your opinion, it's your stance, I respect it, is something he did rarely. And I think even again in relation to who he was talking to, he's 31, or correct?
Yeah.
He's in his 30s arguing with college students and pushing a fake prove me wrong narrative. I'm going to listen to you. No, you're not.
No, here.
This young lady has proved Charlie Kirk's point that college is a scam. She's learned nothing.
I'll tell you how I know that he shifted his thinking, because you cannot be engaged with human beings in the way that he was and the way that I am, day after day after day. You cannot engage at that level and shift the way you see the world. And I listened to the complexity of his arguments over time, and I'm like, yeah, that dude's like, these things are getting to him.
Teachers like Sam Richards need to be protected. Whether you agree with the guy on all points or not, that doesn't really matter. He teaches critical thinking. He'll play devil's advocate on a lot of topics to get people to think. He's a centrist guy. He's left on some issues. He's right on others. But the point is, we need teachers like this. It's not about agreeing. It's not about just pushing your point of view. It's about, if you're going to go to university, if you're going to have your kids are going to go to university or college, you want them to learn how to think for themselves and think critically. And I think Sam realized in this video that the indoctrination is real, and a lot of these people are just brainwashed. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Consider subscribing to our channel, help it grow. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.